One of the questions that's being asked this year is, why are taxes going up so much? And really, before we get into that full explanation, this is a good time to explain the difference between the expense side of the budget and the revenue side of the budget. The expense side of the budget accounts for all of the things that we project that we're going to have to buy and salaries we're going to have to pay. So salaries, benefits, student instructional supplies, and transportation are budgeted in the expense side of the budget, and as we've discussed, that side of the budget is projected to go up 3.69%. However, the tax levy is going up more than that, and the tax levy is part of the revenue side of the budget. The revenue side of the budget accounts for the sources of income for the school district, whether it's state aid or tuition from Island Park or interest earned on our investments. The tax levy is part of that revenue side as well. At this point, Mr. Hogan will explain what's going on the revenue side of the budget.
As you can see from the chart that's being projected before you, the West Hempstead School District has suffered a loss both in the revenue area of the budget as well as the expense area of the budget. For example, state aid this year is going to be down approximately $1 million. In fact, the exact amount is $950,000. When you take a look at that, $1 million represents about 2.5 points on the tax levy. In addition, as you may recall, about 2 years ago, the Island Park School District decided that it would give its 8th grade parents a choice between sending their children, their 8th graders, either to West Hempstead High School or to Long Beach High School. What we have started to see over the course of those 2 years is that some students are choosing to go to Long Beach. The result of that, of course, is lost revenue to the West Hempstead School District. Next year, we project that the loss in that revenue category will be approximately $400,000. Again, as you can see from the chart, really about $389,000. But again, every $400,000 that we talk about is really 1% on the tax levy. So if you have 2.5% in lost state aid and you have another 1% in terms of what we had hoped we would get from Island Park, you find that before we even got started we were at 3.5%. Also, we do not have the fund balance savings that we had over the course of the past 2 budget seasons to put back into the revenue stream. 2 years ago, we were able to put $2 million into the revenue stream. Last year, $1 million. This year, because we've been utilizing savings to keep taxes low, we find that we're only going to be able to put $500,000 into the revenue stream. If you compare $500,000 with the $2 million we had a few years ago, obviously you can see that that revenue stream, those monies, are going to have to be made up elsewhere. Finally, if you look at increased expenses, we find that in the area of the teacher's retirement system, the employee retirement system, and health benefits, our costs have increased $1.3 million. So before we even got started this year, we were looking at a tax levy in the area of 7.6%. The school district only added 1.8% above and beyond that 7.6, which is actually very prudent and very conservative budget making, if you will. When you consider all of those factors, you can see that really the Board of Education and the administration has tried its best to propose a budget that works for everybody while certainly maintaining the educational program that we want for our boys and girls. Remember to vote on May the 18th. Voting hours are from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and voting takes place, as always, in the middle school gymnasium on Nassau Boulevard.